Imagine a man who slipped into homes at night silently. A man who raped, tortured, and killed, then disappeared for decades. He wasn't a ghost. He was a police officer. This is the terrifying true story of the Golden State Killer and how he evaded justice for over 40 years. If you crave real stories darker than fiction, hit that subscribe button now and comment block 12 so we know you're watching. In the mid-1970s, Sacramento was a peaceful suburb. But that illusion shattered in 1976. A masked man crept into homes late at night. His victims were often women alone or couples tied up with shoelaces from their own sneakers. He was fast, violent, and chillingly calm. He became known as the East Area Rapist. At first, he would ransack the house, steal minor things. Then he escalated. By the end of 1977, over 30 women had been raped, and police had no solid leads. As his crimes escalated, so did public panic. In every neighborhood he hit, sales of guns, locks, and guard dogs spiked. Some people started sleeping with shotguns by their beds. The attacker was silent, methodical, and vanished without a trace. Then the killings started. Between 1979 and 1981, a new predator emerged in Southern California, the original Night Stalker. Police didn't connect the dots yet, but the MO was eerily familiar. By the time it stopped, at least 13 people were dead. The man once known for binding and raping began bludgeoning his victims to death, usually with blunt objects from their own homes. Couples were his new targets. He would break in while they slept, wake them with a flashlight in their eyes, then tie them up. He often placed dishes on the male victim's back, telling them, "If I hear these fall, she dies." Detectives were stunned by how he changed. They began to suspect he had law enforcement training. He left no fingerprints. He knew how long police would take to respond. He seemed to enjoy playing with them. FBI profilers believed he had deep rage against women. Likely a voyeur, likely intelligent. And most chilling, he seemed to enjoy the psychological torture as much as the physical. Some victims said he'd cry after the attacks, whispering, "I hate you, Bonnie." Who was Bonnie? Police believed it was a former lover or maybe his trigger. He stalked his victims in advance. Phone calls, strange cars. Sometimes he called the homes after the attack just to whisper, "I am going to kill you." By the mid-1980s, the attacks suddenly stopped. Police were left with hundreds of clues and no answers. DNA was still new. The cases were filed away cold. The rapes, the murders, the calls, over 50 victims, no name, no face. The monster vanished, but he wasn't gone. He was watching, waiting. In 2018, the breakthrough came. Investigators uploaded the killer's DNA to a public genealogy site, GED Match. They found a distant relative, then another, then a family tree. The DNA trail led to Joseph James DeAngelo, a 72-year-old former cop. He lived in a quiet California suburb. He had a wife, a home, a normal life. But police got a discarded tissue from his trash. It was a match. In April 2018, after over 40 years, the Golden State Killer was in handcuffs. Born in 1945, DeAngelo served in the Navy and later became a police officer. Ironically, he was fired after being caught shoplifting dog repellent and a hammer. He lived a double life. Neighbors called him quiet but angry. Some heard him scream at night. His daughters had no idea of the crimes he'd committed. He had been there the whole time, blending in. In 2020, DeAngelo pleaded guilty to 13 murders and admitted to dozens of rapes. He received multiple life sentences. In court, survivors faced him many for the first time. For decades, he watched from the shadows. Now he will die behind bars, but the fear he created, that never truly left. This was the story of the Golden State Killer, a man who terrorized an entire state and got away with it for most of his life. Which case do you want next? Comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to Block 12 for the crimes you weren't supposed to know.